demonizing Israelis and Zionism and Jews and allowing it to happen at the United Nations.
Systematically
Over decades.
turning Israel to the Jew of the world, using the same language as that preceded the Holocaust. When it comes to Israel, you literally swap the word Jew into the word Zionists or Israel, and it's totally allowed. Again, to explain to our followers, if they didn't see it, so the United Nations, the head of the United Nations basically said that it didn't happen in a vacuum, and it happened after 50 somewhat years of Israeli occupation. What he needs to understand, and what he needs to understand, and the UN needs to understand already, is that Hamas is not interested in peaceful resolution of anything. Hamas is not interested in a two-state solution. They are not interested in a Palestinian state that is anywhere near Western values that Guterres seemed to be promoting. What they are interested is in a caliphate and taking over the UN and taking over Europe and taking. This is what that radical Islamist Nazi dogma and agenda wants. And if Israel falls, they're right after. So to say that, it's absolutely shocking. That statement was absolutely shocking. Well, and look, people, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm sick and tired. I really am, of these international bodies and these celebrities and social justice activists that think that the only way for them to actually bring some sort of peace to the Middle East is to bash Israel. How about calling on the Palestinian leadership to show some responsibility? How about calling on the Palestinians? Like, what do you guys want? Because that's the question that we know to ask as Israel activists and as people that support democracies. What do you want?
Well, you just
because
said
if they're
it. I mean, they don't want.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, which is ethnically cleansing the Jews from their ancestral land. We're going to keep having this problem.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want a two-state solution. They want a final solution. And so if you understand that, that's all you need to know. Now, look, in his defense, Guterres did say before that the massacre was atrocious and this, that, and the other. But what they need to draw the line is to say, so how did that massacre happen? And why are the useful idiots in the West applauding it on college campuses, in the Writers Guild, you know, in other social spheres? It's because, again, the anti-Zionism is not just anti-Semitism, although it is. Anti-Zionism is a prelude to the kind of violence that we saw happen on October the 7th. Again, if you demonize and dehumanize the people, then you should expect that people will do terrible things. Like, that's how it works. And it worked with the Nazis. It happened in Rwanda. It happened in Bosnia. And now it happened in Israel. And so I just think the UN, which has devoted more energy toward attacking Israel than actually solving the problem, is a part of how we got here.
You know, the United Nations Security Council has more resolutions against Israel than like Syria, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, China, Russia combined.
Yeah.
You know this, but I don't know if our listeners know this, but the United Nations has been a biased body. 52% of member states are not democratic. So they have other games that they're playing there, and it's always Israel.
Yeah,
it's always Israel. Right? And again, you don't have to think that Israel is a perfect country because it's a country and countries are never perfect. Yeah. But Israel is the only country in the world that her existence is being questioned.
Yes.
The only country in the world in which people say, yeah, but should it exist? Like, is it a country, or is it like a settler or colonialist endeavor that needs to be dismantled? And it's the only country where people are even having this conversation about. And that is, to your work and my work, anti-Semitic.